So here I'd like you to write the equation to match these following parabola graphs, and we're going to use the vertex form here. And just as a little reminder for ourselves, we're going to say this number here, if it's negative, you go right. If it's positive, you'll go left. And for this number at the back, if it's positive, you go up, and if it's negative, you go down. So let's take a look at these equations. We'll look at the blue one first. So again, the vertex is when I'm looking for the minimum or maximum of the graph. And so if I just identify what it is here, I can see that that is going to be to the right, or sorry, to the left, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to be left 7. And it is up 1, 2, so up 2. So that means my equation is going to be y, bracket, x to the left 7, so plus 7 squared, and up 2 is going to be plus 2. If we take a look at the pink one, and what I'd suggest to you guys is actually maybe pause this video and see if you can actually write the equations for these yourself, and then check. So on the pink one, we've gone to the right 4, and we've gone up 10. So y is going to be equal to x minus 4 because we've gone right, squared, and then plus 10 because we've gone up 10. If we take a look at the green graph, you might notice that this is upside down. And that's something that I should point out to you, is that you'll have a negative in front if it's upside down. So a happy graph like this will be positive. A frowny graph like this will have a negative in the front because it's not very happy. So let's take a look at how that goes. First thing I'm going to do is pay attention just to where that vertex is, because I can read what it is. And that is going to the left 1, and it's going up 3. And I'm writing negative 1 because that's where it is on the graph. Remember, when you go left 1, we would write that as x plus 1 squared, and here I'm going up 3. What I mean by the negative in front is that I'm going to put that negative line there because the graph itself is upside down. It's frowny, it's a sad face, so you're going to have a negative in front. If we look at the red graph here, again our vertex, and here we've gone all the way out to the right 6, and we've gone down 5. So my equation here, and you'll notice it is also upside down, we'll have a negative in front, and we're going to go x minus 6 because it's to the right 6 squared, and then minus 5 because it's down 5. So again, upside down is going to put that negative in front of the whole thing. And if we take a look at our gray graph here, again the vertex is here, and we'll notice that it's actually gone down by 6. But you'll notice it hasn't moved left or right, it's on 0. So what happens here is y is equal to, we could say, x plus 0 squared minus 6, because it's gone down 6. And it hasn't gone left or right, so you could just put a 0 there, a plus or minus 0, but often we wouldn't write it that way because it doesn't really make sense to write a 0 if you don't have to. So this equation would then just become x squared minus 6. So if you haven't moved left or right, you can just leave the number in the bracket out because you haven't moved left or right, you've got no number to put there. So it makes sense to just say x squared instead of x squared plus 0, or sorry, x plus 0 all in brackets squared. So again, because I have not moved left or right, but I have moved down 6. And this one is right side up, so I don't put the negative in front. So again, if it's a right side up graph, it'll be positive. If it's negative, upside down graph, make sure that you put a negative sign in front of the equation. It's a negative at front of the equation. Right? So again, on all these examples, we were looking at the vertex, so that was the max or the min. And keeping in mind that you've got to put a negative if it goes to the right and a positive if it goes to the left for what's the number inside the brackets. And the number at the back is just positive if it goes up or negative if it goes down. And watch out if you have an upside down to put the negative in front.